I swear on every painting in this tavern, if that bird takes one more step in my direction, I am going to introduce it to Oddful personally.
Now, Lena. George is a paying guest. Well, not paying exactly, but he contributes. Those eggs don't sell themselves. Well, they mostly sell themselves. Sign does a lot of the heavy lifting, if I'm being honest.
The sign. Your credit in the sign. Not the chicken. Good sign.
It's a very good sign.
Yuld, you have an iron dagger on your hip and a chicken roaming free in your tavern at 10 at night. Does that not strike you as a problem?
A dagger is for atmosphere.
The chicken is gonna end up in a pot is what's gonna happen.
Divine Providence, Lena. I've said it before. If George wanders into a pot of his own accord, that's between him and the divines. I'll not interfere with destiny.
You are absolutely unhinged.
You know, Lena, this is exactly the kind of cozy domestic scene I always imagined for us. You, me, a warm hearth, a loaf of bread on the table.
And a chicken.
Well, yes, and a chicken.
No, Yuld.
I haven't even asked anything yet.
You were about to.
I was merely painting a picture.
Paint a different one.
That bird doesn't carry himself like anything. He's looking for seats in the dirt, same as every other bird in this miserable town.
You don't understand what I'm looking for. George wouldn't scratch around in the dirt like some common hen. He'd be surveying the land. Planning.
Planning. The chicken is planning.
A hero chicken would, yes.
I've spent my whole life underground. I've seen cave-ins, flooded shafts. I once watched a man get his leg taken off by a faulty support beam. Not once in all those years did I ever think to myself, what this situation needs is a chicken.
Aye, trouble's putting it mildly. Red belly mines crawling with frostbite spiders, size of wolves, every last one of them. Can't get a single miner in there without risking their neck. As for the chickens, that's Oddful's doing. Don't get me started.
The mine's been shut for weeks now. Not exactly the most exciting post I've ever pulled.
Not the most. You lot could do something about it, you know. But no, keeping an eye out for enemy soldiers, they said. What soldiers? I see more chickens than soldiers in this town. Speaking of which, Oddful's been chucking them into the mine one by one, convinced that one of them is George reborn, and will chase out every spider in there. 3 orphan birds gone now, and not one of them has come back. It's a disgrace, what they're doing to those poor birds. Aye, that's exactly what I'm saying. Oddful, one of the miners, has got it in his head that one of these birds wandering around town is George. Shor's the hero chicken. Local legend, supposed to be some great warrior reborn as a rooster. So Oddful's been grabbing chickens, one at a time, and chucking them into a spider-infested mine to see if they'll clear it out.
To be fair, the priest, Hubert, has been filling everyone's heads with stories about George for months now.
Don't defend it. Just because Hubert can't stop flapping his gums about a chicken doesn't mean a grown man needs to start throwing them into mine shafts. The mine is starting to smell more like a poultry farm than an iron vein.
Look, I know it sounds unusual, but think about it. What do we have right now? No mine, no ore, no income. What have we got to lose?
The chickens, Oddful. We've got the chickens to lose. And we're losing them. One by one. Into a hole.
Necessary casualties.
Silge asked me last night if we were going to have anything left to put in the pot by the end of the month. I didn't have a good answer for her.
Once I find the real George, none of that will matter. We'll have more gold than we know what to do with.
And if you don't find him,
I will.
you said that about the last 4.
Well, take whatever that man says about me with a grain of salt the size of a mammoth tusk. Now, George, where do I even begin? My father said he saw George hatch from an egg right here in Shorestone. But my great-uncle said George was already a distinguished elder when Windhelm was still being rebuilt after the wars. George is, well, he looks like a chicken, yes. Walks like one. Scratches at the ground like one. But you look into his eyes and tell me that's just a chicken. Elnjar, of course he did. That man wouldn't recognize a legend if it pecked him on the nose. And one of these days, George is going to get tired of the things Elnjar says about me. And he'll be sorry. You never know what George might be capable of, or whether he's listening to your conversations right now. Maybe it's not even a chicken at all. Maybe it's a descendant of Ysgramor himself. Have you considered that?
I'm going to bed before this conversation costs me any more brain cells.
Chicken legs, is that all you can think about? Those chickens gave their lives, or at least their dignity, in service of Unful's foolishness. Although, well, I suppose if one of them happened to be the real George, you'd want to retrieve him before the spiders got to him. Not that George would let a spider touch him, mind you. But the others, the innocent ones, someone ought to go in there. Just not me. I have a few things. First, watch your step in there. Frostbite spiders are nasty creatures, and their webs will slow you down something terrible. Second, if you see a chicken in there, treat it with respect. Pick it up gently. Don't throw it at anything. And third, and this is the most important thing I will say to you today. If you see a chicken that looks at you like it knows your sins, you leave it alone. You back away slowly, and you do not make eye contact.